Welcome to the NH Fitness Lifestyle channel video, and this is a sequence of a number of videos now. So this is 3 weeks out from officially going to hit the stage for Beachbody and International Model at Pure Elite, which is a fantastic federation. Last time I actually hit the stage with Pure Elite was 6 years ago, so I'm getting super excited now. Of course, I'm going to give you an update on my weigh-in, which is going to be obviously the Monday. And then the good news is, by the end of the week, I'm going to be seeing James Alexander-Ellis to have my one-to-one for my posing, but also we're actually going to do the fat caliber test, so I can actually get a true comparison of where I am with my body fat. Plus, give you an update on my nutrition, and then of course I'm going to be backstage. There's going to be a little bit I want to share with you with nutrition, how I've had to change that, and so much more. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button, give it a like, and leave any comments. Okay, let's start with the weigh-in. Let's go. Here we go.
Please step on, measuring your height. Stand still and upright. 3, 2, 1. Release the handle.
So as you can see, the weight is absolutely coming off me now. That's 71.4. The body fat, according to the machine, is 11.8. Visceral fat's dropped down again. Muscle, obviously it's dropped, not too much. Remember, the original one was 60.1. And if I scroll across, yeah, as you can see, as I scroll across, the torso trunk is coming down according to this machine. But like I said, I am going to take this pinch of salt. And the good thing is, later this week, I'm actually going to do a caliper test when I go and see James for the one-to-one. So really looking forward to that. But that's the results for this week. So in this week's Lean Cuisine, as you can see, I've got the pickup. So it's Monday at the moment. So I've picked up Monday and Tuesdays, 2 meals a day. I'll pop up on the screen here. But yeah, as you can see, very dry. There is some dry seasoning on it, but very minimal. Remember, you can have dry seasoning. It's very minimal carbs, and it's going to at least make it a bit more flavoursome for you. Nothing wrong with having a bit of dry seasoning. Maybe on the last week, when it's like that peak week, as they call it, maybe take that out. But for now, again, I'm going to keep the flavours in, but no sauces like I expressed last week. With the 3 weeks out now, we've got to be more and more precise with each of the meals. So yeah, thanks for Lean Cuisine. It certainly made this time's prep easy, to be honest. I really enjoyed it, and that's all thanks to this company. Yeah, so I'm going to share the before and afters this week, but I'm just sitting here right now. And like I said, one of the things I want to express is, one of the things what I really want to achieve this time around is to enjoy the present and enjoy the experience. And I certainly feel I really have done that so far. And part of that is kind of seeing where you are now and see where you've come from. So that's why I like looking at the pictures and looking at the figures, if you like, to see how far I've come. So I remember the Wednesday, the 15th of September, that was the first before picture. And I remember at that stage, I was over 77 kilograms in body weight. And I remember thinking at the time, I haven't got much to lose, so I can't see there being much difference. But then when you see right now, so I'll do the comparison now, I'll pop these two up, you can see a difference. And I just remember, I appreciate both ends. I like being in shape and state, which is what that is when kind of like I'm lifting weights. I'm sort of monitoring my calories, but if I want to have something as an extra treat, I can just have it. I can be a little bit more relaxed. Whereas obviously shifting state, which is what I gradually went into, they're the two things which I really help my clients achieve, is learning how to do the shift and the shape. But also in between that is important to understand about the steady state, which is a bit where you're not tracking, you haven't got any goals in mind, you're just maybe going on holiday, or you're just having a bit of free space. So it's understand and learn these three. So I'll probably do another video on that. But yeah, let me show you also the back one as well. So remember, this one is from Wednesday, the 15th of September. As you can see, I was concerned about that lower back fat. That was the main concern I had at the time. And as you can see, the after on the right, it's completely gone now, all gone. And obviously, a bit later in this week, I'm going to be sharing what exactly my fat is. So it'll be interesting to see that. I reckon it's probably going to be around about 6 to 8%, but we'll kind of see where that is. Obviously, James will check that and see. But yeah, I thought I'd show that comparison because it really does make you appreciate things when you can take them progress pictures and do any measurements possible. I do think pictures are really good. Clothing, how you feel are really good indicators. The weight loss doesn't always show, but of course it depends on what stage you're at, you know, and it is important sometimes. But there it is, there's the before and after for this week. So now I just thought I'd talk about the exercise for this week. As you can see, I'm actually going out for my hour walk. It's something I've started doing. Obviously I still go on the treadmill, but some days it gets a bit boring sometimes, you know. So at least when you go out for a walk, don't know, time just doesn't seem as long as if you're walking on the treadmill. Sometimes it's good to do a treadmill because at least it's a fixed time and you know exactly what speed you can go and stuff like that, and I get it. And it's convenient. I'm at the gym anyway, so I can do it. But the good thing about walking, obviously you can just go out and walk, but also I get Sarah to come with me. So in fact, if it was just a couple of days ago, I actually had Sarah walking with me, so that was good. Broke it up a little bit. Of course, you can, if you commuting anywhere, like I had a meeting last week in town, so what I did is I parked far away, so it took half hour to walk to the venue. I've done the meeting, then I've done half hour back, so that got my 60-minute walking in, so that was pretty good. In terms of workouts, very much the same as the week before. Obviously I'm following James's plan, the superset. Sometimes I've just chose to do individual exercise because I found sometimes doing the superset I was feeling really tired and I'd rather keep the strength rather than compromising it for reps. So I've done that on some of the exercises. That little slight niggle I had last week, that setback, completely gone now. What I've been doing is plenty of stretches every day. Obviously I saw John first and then I had a second treatment with Mark. So all that has really helped with that actually. So all them things have been absolutely fantastic. And then on to nutrition. It's been very much the same as last week, where I've kind of functioned on 1,800 and something, and the macro split's been around the same. So protein over 40%, fats around 25, might be a little bit higher, 27 I think, and the rest of it was around 30% with carbs. So they've been really on point. I've been really impressed with that, and I've been surprised how much energy I've had with it. I've literally not felt depleted whatsoever. So that's been really good. So it's a bit of a progress step actually, because normally when I'm at this shred state, I don't find it very enjoyable, but I found it really enjoyable. I feel like I've mastered the seasoning. That's been really good. Obviously I went backstage Miami Pro, so I actually went to London and obviously I had the one-to-one with James, and he actually done the fat test, so that was interesting. So he actually got the calipers, we checked, and that come out at 5.76% body fat. So I'm really impressed with that, and the good news is I think we can still get it down, because that was predominantly on my lower part of my abs, which I didn't think would be there, and I think it was around the back region a little tiny bit. So we're going to really step that up. I think we're going to do a 1-day refeed and then see how my body responds with that. And then obviously the posing sessions went really well. We mastered each of the routines, so that's just about practice. And with hostel, I pretty much just had to just get by with the food, you know. I've prepared everything as possible to go down there. I went to the shop, I got some eggs, and rather than wasting the eggs, what I've done on that particular day is I just had 2 whole eggs and the rest was egg whites, so I could use them all up. And there was no toaster, so I used these little rye bits of, they're not, I think it's referred to as bread, but it's almost like crackers. So I used them because there was no toaster. And then the night before that I had the salmon. I'll pop up on the screen actually. I had the salmon, the green vegetables, I think that was peas, broccoli, I think it might have been cabbage in there as well. And then I boiled the sweet potato, had mash, that was lovely, that was actually. And then when I got back on the train after Miami Pro, because I had all my food prepared for Miami Pro, because Lean Cuisine prepared 2 of my meals as well, so that was good. And on the way back, I went to Nando's and picked up the plain chicken, macho peas, and they do this butternut grain, and that was really good, that really served me. So I feel like I absolutely mastered it going down to London. The flask with the hot water really worked as well. That was good to have that. So overall, it's been a fantastic week. Really going to enjoy what's coming up the next 2 weeks, which really is getting to the business end now. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button, give it a like, and leave any comments relevant to this video. And hopefully be back next week. Remember, it's every Wednesday. See you later.